I said I'm fine, but that's not honest. It's just the way I cope. Some days I speak in easy answers to hide the hope. The mirror shows a softer stranger I barely recognize, with quiet cracks beneath the surface in my eyes. I keep my voice controlled and steady, so no one sees the strain. But silence has a way of leaking through the pain. I thought I'd learn to keep it buried, to lock it all away. But feelings don't obey the rules I say. It's a quiet breakdown happening behind a steady face, a slow collapse of everything I can't replace. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows the truth of everything I lost in you. I move through rooms like I'm invisible inside my own life, cutting through the smallest moments like a knife. The world keeps talking all around me, but I don't hear a thing, like I'm existing on the edges of everything. Even memories arrive too loudly, then fade too fast again, like broken fragments of a time back then. I told myself I'd stay composed, that I would not fall apart. But some emotions break through walls in the heart. It's a quiet breakdown happening in places no one sees, a storm that never makes a sound but freeze. And every time the sound returns, it drags me underneath to everything I never said beneath. Maybe love was never simple, it fractures over time, leaving pieces of a feeling that won't align. And maybe I was never ready to hold it all alone, so I carry every silence in my bones. To fix the silence, I let it breathe, because even broken moments teach me to leave. The night becomes a quiet witness to what I hide, a love that slowly turned inward inside. And somewhere in the breaking stillness, you still remain, a fragile kind of memory in my pain. It's a quiet lying still, a silent kind of ending that I feel. And if the world forgets the reason, I still remember you inside this quiet breakdown. It's true. I look for traces in the silence of what we used to be, but all I find are empty spaces between you and me. The world keeps acting like it's normal, like nothing ever changed, but everything inside me feels rearranged. I carry fragments of your presence in ways I can't explain, a gentle kind of memory that stays. I thought that I would lose you fully with enough time apart, but some connections don't erase the heart. This is what remains of us now, a quiet aftertone, a soft and fading echo all alone. And every sound that slips through silence feels like it knows my name, a love that never really left but changed. I walk through days that feel familiar, but something isn't right, like part of me is missing from the light. Even simple conversations feel half of what they were, like words forgot the meaning of her. The world keeps turning like it should, but I don't feel the spin, like I'm still somewhere in between. And then I thought I'd reach a final place where everything would end, but some beginnings never suspend. This is what remains of us now, no beginning, no end, just echoes of a feeling I defend. And every time the sound returns, it takes me back again to everything we used to be back then. Maybe love was never whole from the very start, just pieces learning how to stay in the heart. And maybe I was never ready to see it fall apart, so I keep what remains of us in my heart. still exists in you. And somewhere in what's left behind, you still feel near. A fragile kind of memory I keep here. This is what remains of us now, still lingering in time. A quiet kind of ending that won't climb. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you. What remains of us is true. I try to fill the space you left behind with ordinary days, but everything I do still finds your ways. Even silence feels familiar now, like it knows your name, as if it never learned to change. I smile when people talk to me, like I'm still the same inside, but they don't see what I keep tonight. I told myself I'd move ahead, that I would be okay, but missing you doesn't fade that way. I'm still missing you in quiet ways that never disappear. A gentle kind of absence I keep near, and every echo in the silence feels like it pulls me through to everything I never stopped with you. I walk through places we once shared, like nothing ever was, but every corner keeps your shape, because even time doesn't erase it, it only softens lines. But what we had still lives inside my mind. The world keeps speaking like it knows, but I don't hear the same. Everything feels incomplete without your name. I thought the distance would be healing, that space would set me free, but missing you became part of me. I'm still missing you in quiet ways that no one ever sees. A silent kind of longing in me. And every time the sound returns, it takes me back again to all keep missing you each day. Now I don't try to fight it, I let it stay, because even missing you has its way. The night becomes a quiet witness to what remains, a love that still exists in chains. And somewhere in the missing distance, you still feel true, a quiet kind of memory I go through. I'm still missing you in quiet ways that never let me go, a fading kind of feeling I know. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you. I'm still missing you. It's true. We are not who we used to be, but not completely gone. Just something in between the lines, moving on. The shape of us has changed its form without a clear goodbye, like something slowly learning how to survive. I still recognize your silence in the way you look away, as if we're both avoiding yesterday. I thought we'd stay the same forever, like time would not erase, but even love reshapes itself with space. Look at what we become now, not broken, not whole, just pieces of a story we don't control. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows our name, a love that changed its meaning but stayed. We speak in softer conversations, careful what we show, like we're afraid of where the truth might go. Even memories feel different when I think of you and me, like they belong to someone else I see. The world keeps moving like it always did, but we don't move the same, like something in our rhythm changed. I thought that endings would be final, but this is not the end, just something we can't fully defend. Look at what what we become now. No beginning, no last line, just quiet transformations over time. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back again to everything we almost were back then. Maybe love was never meant to stay in one fixed place. It bends and shifts and learns its shape. And maybe I was never ready for something so unclear, so I keep what we become here. Because even changing love is part of me. The night becomes a quiet witness to what we are, a love that didn't vanish but scar. And somewhere in what we became, you still feel near, fragile kind of distance I keep here. Look at what we become now, still standing in between, a quiet kind of ending, unseen. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you. What we become is true. Watch the night begin to fade without a sound or sign, like everything we built together was left behind in time. The colors of the room grow pale, like fading photographs, and even memories start to lose their path. I try to hold on to the details, but they slip through my hands like water running through the lines I planned. I know nothing stays the same forever. Even love must change its shape, but some goodbyes don't arrive, they just escape. It's a slow dissolve of feeling that I cannot control, a quiet kind of breaking in the soul. And every echo in the silence feels like it understands a love that slowly vanishes from my hands. that feel less certain, like edges wearing thin, as if the world forgot the place I've been. Your voice appears in distant echoes, then fades before I reach, like something just beyond my grasp and speech. The city moves without me noticing. Time doesn't look behind, but I'm still standing in the place you left behind. I thought I'd feel it ending clearly, like a door would gently close, but endings often happen without shows. It's a slow dissolve of memory that lingers in my chest, a quiet kind of losing what I loved best. And every time the sound returns, it brings you back again to everything that slowly fades. And then maybe love was never meant to stay in solid form. It changes like the weather after the storm. And maybe I was never ready to watch it disappear, so I keep living in the fading you left here. Now I don't fight the fading anymore, I let it be, because even disappearing love belongs to me. The night becomes a quiet witness to what remains, a love that slowly softens into stains. And somewhere in the dissolving silence, you still exist, a fragile kind of memory I can't resist. It's a slow dissolve of feeling that never really ends, just echoes of a story that pretends. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you in the slow dissolve. I do. I read your silence like a message I was never meant to keep, hidden meanings underneath what you didn't speak. Every pause felt like a language I tried to understand, but nothing ever stayed the same in my hand. We said so little, but it carried more than words could show, like something neither of us knew how to let go. I thought I heard you clearly, and everything unsaid, but silence It's all between the lines now that I keep replaying through. A quiet kind of story about us two, and every echo in the silence feels like it knows my name. A love that never spoke aloud, but came. I walk through memories half written, like pages torn apart, where every missing word still feels like heart. Even time feels like a riddle I can't quite solve or place, like everything we were is lost in space. The world keeps talking in full sentences, but I hear something else, like fragments of what we became ourselves. I thought that clarity would help me to finally be free, but some things only make sense quietly. It's all between the lines now that I still can't read right. A soft and blurred reminder every night, and every time the sound returns, it pulls me back again to everything we almost said back then. Maybe love was never spoken, it lived in what we hid, in all the things we nearly did. And maybe I was never ready to read it as it was, so I keep living between, because now I don't try to decode it, I let it be. 'Cause even hidden meaning shapes me. The night becomes a quiet witness to what we were, a love that lived between the lines in blur. And somewhere in that silence, you still feel true, a fragile kind of meaning I go through. It's all between the lines now that never fade away, a quiet kind of love that stays. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you. Between the lines, it's true. started fading without a warning sign, like something slowly slipped away in time. We didn't break in any moment, no loud or final sound, just silence growing thicker all around. I still remember how we tried to make it feel the same, but even love can lose its shape and name. I thought we'd talk it through someday and fix what went wrong, but silence wrote its own way all along. This is when we fade out slowly, no clear beginning, end, just something we can't hold on to or mend. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows our truth of everything we used to be. Me and you. We pass each other like we're careful not to say too much, like words might bring back everything we touched. The world keeps acting like it's normal, like nothing's out of place, but I can see the distance in your face. Even memories feel lighter, like they don't wanna stay, as if they're slowly learning to fade away. I thought that love would end with meaning, a moment we could see, but fading doesn't ask to be. This is when we fade out slowly, no fight left in the air, just quiet resignation everywhere. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back again to everything we almost saved back then. Maybe love was never steady, it shifts without control, a gentle kind of breaking of the soul. And maybe I was never ready for something so unclear, so I keep all the fading here. Now I don't try to stop it, I let it be, because even fading love teaches me. The night becomes a quiet witness to the feeling anymore. I let it stay with me, like something I was meant to keep. I'm free. The days don't heal the way they promised. They only rearrange the way I hold your memory through change. I carry you in quieter ways that no one ever sees, a gentle kind of weight in me. I thought the time would take you out of everything I knew, but time just taught me how to live with you. I'll hold on until it fades, if it ever really does. A soft and steady breaking of us, and every echo in the silence feels like it understands a love that never leaves me, but it can't stand. I walk through life without a hurry, just moving through the stream, like everything I touch now is less than it seems. Even happiness feels distant, like it doesn't know my name, as if I'm not the same again. The world keeps spinning like it always did, but I don't feel the turn, like I'm still waiting for a lesson to learn. I thought I'd reach a final moment where I would feel release, but nothing here is final, at least. I'll hold on until it fades, even if it never goes. A quiet kind of memory that grows, and every time the sound returns, it pulls me back through time to everything that still feels mine. Maybe love was never built to leave without a trace. It stays inside the smallest space. And maybe I was never ready to say it's truly gone, so I keep holding on long. Now I don't ask for answers, I let it be, because even fading love is part of me. The night becomes a quiet witness to what remains, a love that softly lingers in my veins. And somewhere in the fading light, you still exist, a fragile kind of memory I can't resist. I'll hold on until it fades, if fading ever comes, a quiet kind of ending with what comes after everything, when nothing feels the same, just scattered thoughts that still remember your name. The air feels heavier in small moments, like it knows what was lost, as if the silence carries weight of cost. I move through days without direction, just learning how to breathe. But even breathing feels like something I can't believe. I thought the hardest part was leaving, but that was not the truth. The hardest part is what remains of you. This is the quiet aftermath I live, no ending I can see, just pieces of what used to be in me. And every echo in the silence feels like it pulls me through to everything I still remember with you. The world keeps acting like it's normal, like nothing ever broke, but I am living in the meaning of what you spoke. Even time feels slightly different, like it moves out of place when I remember how you used to stay. The smallest things become reminders I never asked to keep. They follow me into my thoughts and sleep. I thought that I would feel it end, like something clean and done, but aftermaths don't finish, they run. This is the quiet aftermath I hold, no closure in my hands, just fragments of a love that still stands. And every time the sound returns, it takes me back again to everything that never ended then. Maybe love doesn't disappear, it just changes form and weight, from something shared in daylight to fate. And maybe I was never ready for what came after you, so I keep living in the aftermath. It's true. For answers, I let them fade, because even aftermath are made. The night becomes a quiet witness to what I keep, a love that never fully ended in sleep. And somewhere in the quiet damage, you still remain, a fragile kind of echo in my pain. This is the quiet aftermath I live, never fades away. A silent kind of ending every day. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you. Inside this quiet aftermath, I do. After all this time, I still remember the way you used to stay, like nothing in the world could pull you away. I tried to rebuild my quiet life around what isn't there, but every corner of my mind still knows you were there. The days move forward without asking if I'm ready to move on, as if the part of me you touched is gone. I told myself it would get lighter with every passing day, but some memories don't follow time's way. After all this time, I'm still holding what I never let go, a quiet kind of feeling that moves slow, and every echo in the silence still calls out your name, like nothing ever really changed. I've learned to live with empty moments that used to feel so full, like something warm has turned into something dull. Even laughter from the outside feels slightly out of place, like it forgot the shape of your face. The world keeps acting like it knows me, but I feel out of tune, like I'm still living in a moment too soon. I thought that I would be okay by now, I'd understand, but healing doesn't always go as planned. After all this time, I'm still searching for something left behind, a quiet kind of longing in my mind. And every time the sound returns, it takes me back again to everything we never said back then. Maybe love was never meant to stay within our reach. Some things are only lessons they teach. And maybe I was never ready to let it disappear, so I keep everything you were right here. fragile kind of afterthought of you. After all this time, I'm still holding what never really ends, a quiet kind of memory that bends. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you. After all this time, it's true. Never gave a final sentence, no closing of the door, just silence that kept stretching evermore. I kept expecting something clearer, a moment I could name, but you just slowly disappeared the same. No anger, no last conversation, no words to mark the end, just distance learning how to be a friend. I thought I needed closure to finally move ahead, but silence can be louder than what was said. There was no final goodbye from you, just fading in the air, a quiet kind of leaving everywhere. And every echo in the silence still calls your name to me, a love that never ended, technically. I walk through days that feel unfinished, like pages left half read, where every thought still circles what we said. Even time feels less important, like it lost its weight, when everything we had just slowly changed its state. The world keeps talking like it knows me, but I don't feel the same, like I'm still stuck inside the space you became. I thought that endings came with structure, a moment I could see, but some departures happen quietly. There was no final goodbye from you, no line to mark the fall, just absence learning how to be it all. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back again to everything we didn't say back then. Maybe love doesn't need a finish to stop existing here. It just dissolves into the air and fear. And maybe I was never ready for something so unclear, so I keep all your silence near. Because even unfinished things have their way. The night becomes a quiet witness to what we knew. A love that never said goodbye, but withdrew. And somewhere in that ending space, you still remain, a fragile kind of silence in my pain. There was no final goodbye from you, just echoes left behind, a quiet kind of ending in my mind. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you. No final goodbye is true. You never gave a final sentence, no closing of the door, just silence that kept stretching evermore. I kept expecting something clearer, a moment I could name, but you just slowly disappeared, the same. No anger, no last conversation, no words to mark the end, just distance, learning how to be a friend. I thought I needed closure to finally move ahead, but silence can be louder than what was said. There was no final goodbye from you, just fading in the air, a quiet kind of leaving everywhere. And every echo in the silence still calls your name to me. A love that never ended, technically. I walk through days that feel unfinished, like pages left half read, where every thought still circles. There's a quiet between us now that wasn't there before, like something changed the air we breathe and closed the door. We speak in shorter conversations, careful not to break the fragile peace we try to keep awake. Even simple words feel heavier, like they have to choose between the truth we used to share or lose. I thought silence would feel easier, like space would make things clear, but silence only shows me you're still here. It's this quiet between us now that says what we won't say, a distance built from everything we couldn't face, and every echo in the silence feels like it understands, a love that slowly slips away from hands. We pass each other like familiar strangers in the room, with memories that quietly resume. Nothing is completely broken, nothing is repaired, just something missing in the way we cared. The days continue like they should, but something feels off-key, like we forgot how to be. I thought we'd find a way to fix the space that grew between, but some distances are built unseen. It's this quiet between us now that never goes away, a silent kind of ending every day. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back to when we didn't need to think back then. Maybe love doesn't always break with shouting or with tears. Sometimes it just dissolves through years. And maybe I was never ready to watch it drift apart, so I keep this quiet between us in my heart. Now I don't try to fill it, I let it be, because even quiet distance speaks to me. The night becomes a quiet witness to what remains, a love that never vanished but refrains. And somewhere in that silence, you still stay true, a fragile kind of distance between me and you. It's this quiet between us now that never fades away, a soft and endless ending every day. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you inside this quiet between us. It's true. I wake up and I act the same, like nothing ever changed. But everything I feel inside has rearranged. I answer questions with a smile that doesn't mean a thing, just habits I keep using to keep everything. The world keeps moving past my face without a second glance, as if I'm just another part of circumstance. I thought it would be obvious the way I'm coming undone, but even pain can hide itself from everyone. No one notices the quiet fall that happens in my chest, a silent kind of breaking I suppress. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows my name, but no one else can hear it just the same. I walk through days like I'm transparent, like I'm not really here, watching life go on without me, clear. Even voices in the distance don't reach where I stand, like I'm just holding emptiness in my hand. The hours pass without permission. They don't ask me to stay, they just keep taking pieces away. I thought someone might have seen it, the way I drift apart, but silence hides the cracks inside my heart. Sound returns, it pulls me back again to everything I never showed back then. Maybe pain doesn't announce itself, it learns to disappear. It wears a face that looks like calm and clear. So I keep falling silently each night. Now I don't expect to be seen, I let it go, because even invisible things place to land, like every step I take is slipping through my hand. The world keeps moving in its rhythm, but I fall out of time, as if I lost the part of me that used to align. Even silence feels less empty than it used to be before, because now it only reminds me what I'm searching for. I thought I'd find my balance if I just kept moving on, but drifting doesn't end when you're gone. I'm just drifting without you now, through spaces undefined, a quiet kind of emptiness inside my mind. And every echo in the silence feels like it pulls me through to all the pieces of myself I lost with you. I pass through days like passing shadows without leaving a trace, like I'm a stranger to the moments I face. Even time feels unreliable, it bends without a plan, like nothing ever holds its shape in my hand. The city lights look unfamiliar, like they've forgotten me, as if I'm just a passing thought at sea. I thought that I would feel direction once I let you go, but drifting only shows me what I know. I'm just drifting without you now, no anchor, no reply, a quiet kind of motion passing by. And every time the sound returns, it drags me back again to everything I lost in you back then. Maybe love was just a harbor I never learned to stay, and maybe I was never ready to drift away. So I carry every distance inside my chest, a wandering kind of silence, I confess. Now I don't try to stop it, I let it be, because even drifting endlessly is part of me. The night becomes a quiet ocean without a shore in sight, a love that never taught me how to write. And somewhere in the moving distance, you still feel near, a fragile kind of memory I hold dear. I'm just drifting without you now, through everything I knew, a fading kind of journey